see if you're correct or not. Some of the problems I'm just going to give you the answers for, and some I'm going to work through. Number one, the answer will be, you're basically looking at each of the points and telling me where they are on the coordinate plane. A is at -4, 2, so the answer has to be either A or D, because that's the only place that the answer has -4 and 2 for A. The point B is at 4, 1. Okay, so the point C is at 3, -3. So my answer is going to be D for number 1. So number 1 on the practice midterm, the answer is D, because that's where the points lie. Okay. Number 2, determine which point does not lie on the graph of the line y equals x plus 5. Well, they have a line y equals x plus 5. It goes through about here on the number line, and out of the 4 points they give you, one of the points is -10, which is about right here, and +5, but +5 is all the way up here. So they're saying that, does this point lie on the graph? Well, no, it doesn't. Clearly it doesn't. The other points, if you were to plot them, are all on the line. So therefore, the only one that's not on the line is point B. So the answer for number 2 is B. -10, 5 is not on that graph. Okay, number 3. Which line in the figure below contains point W? Well, if you look at point W, the picture looks something like this. I don't have the drawings in front of me. Sorry, bad picture. Here's the plane, and point W is the middle. And all these other lines are crossing it. This one goes up. These two cross it here. And then the line at the bottom. Well, point W is in the middle, therefore, which line in the figure contains point W? They have an answer of line P, little p, which is this line. Okay, so obviously P contains point W. Line N contains point W. This is line N. Line M, they're saying, this is line M. And if the point is on all 3 lines, then the answer has to be D, all of the lines. So on the midterm, what you're going to do is you're going to look at the picture, but the letter will change, and you're going to have to pick where the point lies, which line. Alright, number 4, it says, which statement is true about line N in the figure below? Well, line N is the line in the middle of the plane. It's got 3 points on it, A, B, and C. And it's asking you which statement is true about the line. Well, it says it contains point C. That's true. This point C is right here. It's on the line. And then it says it's contained in plane R. Well, that's true, because plane R surrounds it. This is plane R. And then it says all of these. Okay, well, we don't know, because it says D says it contains point A. So the answer is C, all of these. Number 5, what is the best model for a tabletop? Well, a tabletop looks like this, or it's circular, but usually it's a square or a rectangle. Okay, and the best model for a tabletop, when we're talking about geometry, is a plane. So the answer for number 5 is B, plane. For number 6, what is the best model for a tip of a pen? Okay, well, a tip of a pen is a very small dot, therefore it's got to be a point in geometry. So when they're saying model, what models geometry stuff? Okay, so the answer for number 6 is B. Remember, you can pause this video or slow down, pause it to think about what I said, or you can rewind it and watch it again, and I encourage you to do that. I'm on number 7 now. Which of the following are collinear? So they have A, B, C, and D have 3 points. G, H, D, F, K, G, A, I, C, and I, J, K. Well, if you look at the picture for number 7, The only 3 points that are on the same exact line are F, K, and G. And that answer is B. So the answer for number 7 is B, because those 3 points are on the same exact line, and that's what collinear means. Moving on, number 8. 4 people sit down at a table to play a game. How many different seating arrangements are there? Okay, well, here's how you do problems like these. You basically put them in order. So the first person sits down, the second person sits down, the third person sits down, the fourth person sits down. Now, you have to rearrange these as many times as possible. So the first person, second person, fourth person, then third person. Okay? Or first person, third person, second person, fourth person. Or first person, third person, fourth person, second person. Or first person, fourth person, second person, third person, first person, fourth person, third person, second person. Now, this is all the arrangements when the first person sits down. But now you can do the same arrangements when the number 2 is here. So, if there's 4 people and each person can be the first person 6 times, that means there's 4 times 6 arrangements. So the answer is 24 possible arrangements, which is answer A. Okay? Alright, number 9. Alright, Kay, Ken, and Karen are going to sit in a row of 3 chairs. How many different arrangements are possible if Ken sits next to Karen? So, it's going to be Kay first, then Ken, then Karen. There's one arrangement. It's one way to do it. Then there's Ken, Karen, and Kay. That's 2. Then it can be Karen, Ken, and K. That's 3. And then it can be K, Karen, and Ken. So there's only 4 ways that they can sit, but Ken and Karen next to each other. And that's what they're asking you. So the answer for number 9 is C. I'm going to do these in 5 parts. This is part 1, which is numbers 1 through 10. So after number 10, I'm going to stop and then do 11 through 20 later. So number 9, the answer is C. Finally, number 10. You have a formula. And what they want to know is, how much did she invest to start? Well, the investment is the principal. So the investment is not I. I is the interest. So this is interest. The P is the investment. The R is the rate, so the interest rate. And T is time. Well, it goes on to tell you that Aaron earned $30 of interest. So I'm going to plug in what they give me into the formula. The interest is $30. It says interest on a principal invested. I don't know that yet. At 5%. Well, now my rate is 5%, but we have to convert. So I don't know P. We have to convert interest into a decimal. And 5% converted into a decimal is 0.05. Okay? The T time is 3 years. It says it in the problem. So this is our problem now. We're looking for P. So what we need to do is multiply these. 3 times 0.05 is going to be 0.15. We still have P, and we still have equal to 30 on this side. Well, if we're solving for P here, we need to get P by itself, so we have to divide by 0.15 because of these cancel. Leave me with just P. And when you divide on this side by 0.15, 30 divided by 0.15 is going to be 200. So she initially invested $200, which is answer C on the practice midterm. All right.